Well, there's my buddy Boots. He's eating getting more Carbon C60 in his food. This is I forgot what brand it is. It's not the cheap and good stuff, something else. And this stuff from Texas. And I got some stuff coming from California. So that's another, I got 2 more liters on order. And I got almost a liter sitting here right now. Here, hey, eat the rest of it, dude. Maybe he doesn't like the olive oil. Yeah, hopefully. Ooh, his foot is up. Yeah, what'd you do now? God. What did you do now? Maybe that was the foot that hurt him before. You okay? Huh? You got an injury out there? Or is that just a sprain? What you got? What you got back there, huh? I don't think he sprained it or something. That was his foot that hurt him a long time ago. God. Anyway. Up along Cassidy. Shit. Well, hopefully he got some of that junk in him. And this guy, he's always doing something. Now, Big Ben, the one I call Panda Cat, I should call him Big Ben. Nothing happens to him. Yeah, he's kind of walking on all 4 there a little bit. God. Where the hell did he go? Man, there he is. He's kind of walking on all 4. And he's hopping. When he runs, he hops. God. I'd like to know what the hell he did. This guy's always doing something. Anyway. I didn't see him in a while. There he goes. He's hanging out by that tree. Probably see him on this thing. This thing's pretty freaking good, man. Yeah, it's already zoomed in 8 times. There he is. Well, bye-bye, Boots. Since he didn't eat that, I'll give it to my other guys. He didn't eat all of it. Hopefully he got a couple drops in there. That's the human-powered Carbon C60 he's got in there, so it should be pretty good. You know, she's got no problem eating this stuff. GoldDigger. This cat's going to be 50 years old easy. I think, well, you know what I did? I poured it on Putin's fur and Rocky's fur yesterday. I said, let him lick it off. He probably got mad at me, but I says, you know, it's for your own good. Got to get it on him somehow. But she eats up this stuff left and right, man. Usually Boots does too, but he was already eating his dry food, so he probably ate quite a bit by the time he came out there, but she eats it. Miss Movie Star. The one that takes over my chair. There's Goldie running around the shelf up there. What'd you do here? No, that's nothing. That's but that was a dot. That's there's something else there. There's nothing there. Anyway, looking good, girl. But the amount of stuff I'm giving her, man, God, if this stuff really does work and do longevity, this cat's gonna be 50 years old. Anyway, I got loads of it on hand. Like I said, I got a liter. I'm still taking a bunch of it every day, and I got it. Wait a minute. No, I got 2 liters on order. 2 liters. 1 liter from one company, good and cheap, and 1 company from California. So that's 2 more liters. So that's going to be about, after all that's consumed, I'm going to have over 4 liters of that stuff, which is going to be practically almost double what the equivalent of me on what the rat study did. So we'll see. You know, honestly, I think I got less gray hair now, but it ain't like freaking, you know, when I see no gray hair, I'm gonna say, yeah, that damn thing worked. That's It's too damn hard to tell with me because I got like light brown, dirty blonde hair, and you know what I mean. It's not that different of a color from like a gray or dark gray or some shit. You know, it's hard to tell. You know when it starts coming in. So anyway, it's a shame I can't give the other guys this stuff the way I'm giving it to her, especially Rocky, man. But I pour it on his fur so he licks it off of there, so that'll work. By the way, the FDA just released a guideline on all homeopathic remedies. In other words, the remedies that have been used for thousands of years, because if they're not generally recognized as safe, they're going to start trying to get them off the shelves. You know what that deal is. Pharmaceutical, right? So that comes hot on the heels of people starting to really discover what this Carbon C60 is doing. That's one reason I'm jumping on this before who the hell knows. It's a risk, but you know, I think it might do with all the miracles they do. They say it might. So anyway, you know, once you get it in you and you get a bunch of it in you, it should last a long time. But I also theoretically think that you know, it's theoretical. I mean, when this rat's got 24 doses of this stuff from like an early age on, but didn't get them their entire life, I don't know what would have happened if they just kept getting large doses of Carbon C60 their entire lives. Would they have lived 90 instead of 93% longer? Would they have lived 500% longer? Or 2,000% longer? I don't know. You know what I mean? Or maybe never aged. Who the hell knows, man? That's the other side of the whole damn thing. So, you don't even know what the limit potential of this stuff is. Right now, the FDA is telling you, hey, we're coming after all homeopathic remedies. They issued a guideline. I mean, they're not a law making a body, but you know how that goes. Just about everything out there. That's why I hate government. I mean, everybody, even the military today, I mean, I've lost respect for most of those people too. Most of them, not all of them. But, you know, it's a job. It's a high-paying job. Just like law enforcement. It's a high-paying job. It's to protect the money rackets. That's all it is. Slave the population and protect the money rackets. The main times are free, you know, I mean, yeah, sure, they make sacrifices in Afghanistan, but for what? To protect the money rackets. I know what the official mission is, you know what I mean? But that's just like everything. Screwed up, man. I think cats got more freaking brains than humans. I'll tell you that right now. You know, it's interesting, too. And I said this many times before. The cats are the ones that really use the frequencies to heal with the purring. I know they still kind of like tell you that, well, the cat, you know, we think it might work that way because the cat purrs not only when it's content, but also when it's in pain. But, you know, it is recognized by veterans and veterinarians, that, you know, a cat will heal up a lot faster than a dog generally because of the purring. You know, that proves this frequency technology. Now, I don't know if everything works with everything there is under the sun with frequency technology, because it gets a little too crazy sometimes with, you know, I think it works, but I don't know how well it works for every damn thing there is under the sun, but, you know, maybe it could, who knows, potentially. But, you know, they're not going to do that. They'll weaponize it before they ever freaking do anything good for humanity. As a matter of fact, I think they got ways to freaking knock out human beings with frequencies, for crying out loud. That's really what it would be. Don't ever give a sample to your DNA to anybody. And it's like there's a lot of people that are retired in the military. They're giving samples of their DNA to other companies and stuff. They're going around by the VA and they're giving them samples. And I'm like, I didn't give them a sample. I said, the hell with that. But, you know, people are thinking, oh, it's to do this, and that's what they tell them. I'm thinking, how do you know what they're going to do with that damn DNA? See, I'm pretty much aware that you can run frequencies by remote on your DNA. And not all those frequencies can be beneficial to you. They could be harmful. So who the hell knows what the hell they'd be doing with that stuff, you know? So, do you trust your government? I don't. Because they're basically an arm of the big money. And the big money is just about, they're like the same old rulers from way back when. And this is what gets me about the human race, to tell you the truth. You know, I'm going to go on this with this a little longer because, you know, if you look, you know, it's probably a good bet that the human race was engineered, DNA engineered. we weren't evolved. I mean, I know we weren't evolved. I know Darwin was a bunch of garbage and stuff. But, you know, the theory is also in the Bible that God created us. But, you know, it might actually be a species created us. In others, that's what the Sumerians say. And they predate the Bible, and they pretty much got everything. The whole Bible was taken and lifted right off the Sumerians' history. Like the Sumerians were just humans, but they were writing down what really happened, how the human race got created. We were DNA and engineered. That's why we got so many defects. And that's why we also got this mentality where a few people got to rule over everybody else. Even in these so-called free societies in the United States of America, which isn't a free society, it's an illusion of freedom. That's all it is. That's why I'm neither conservative or liberal. Because, you know, I believe in freedom. Conservatives seem to think law enforcement and military are gods. No, they're not. They can be sometimes, but not all the time. They just obey the money. But you don't see any kind of freaking species in the world doing this kind of crap, except humans. Cats will fight over survival to, you know, mating territory or food or something like that. But they generally just don't fight to try to rule over somebody or get a cat army to go get another cat army so this army can freaking fight that army so they can have all the resources to own, so this one fat cat can freaking own everything. They don't do that kind of shit. They got enough to be content and they say the hell with it. But that ain't the human race. That ain't the human race at all, man. So, you know, fight the power. It's kind of like a little theoretical thing I diverged on here, but yeah. And I'll be giving my guys, I poured some Carbon C60 on this guy and he ran away. He thought I was punishing him. But I know he licked it off, so he got some. I got to get some on Goldie. I'm using little squirt bottles on these guys, when, you know, once in a while. They lick it off their fur. It's good enough. Because I can't get it in their damn food. They just seem to not eat it. GoldDigger eats the stuff in the food. Boots does pretty good, too. You saw him this morning. And I don't know what happened to him, but it's probably his bum leg from before. But if I give him enough of that stuff, I think that's going to cure on him, too. And, you know, I'm not 110% sure, but I swear to God, I think there is gray hair going away on me already inside of like 43 days of using this stuff. But I'm not 110% sure yet. If I see all the gray hair is gone, period, I'm going to say, God, this thing is crazy. But then, when its word comes out, the FDA is going to say, illegal, because they'll only have it for certain people. You know Hollywood will get this stuff. The Carbon C60, you know they'll get it. But nobody else will. I don't think it's that easy to make. I think there's a way you can make the Buckyballs Carbon C60 in a lab. But generally, it's not coming from there. It's coming from Russia, off of that mining ore after they refine it. And it's not that, it's a slow painstaking process, even to mix it with the olive oil. But to make the Carbon C60 itself, I mean, you're going to have some sophisticated equipment to do that kind of stuff. Hey. But I can tell you right now, the real problem with humanity is we're probably defective because we were DNA engineered, man. That's what the hell it is. And you know what? That's probably why there's such differences between the races, too. Like Caucasian race, the Asian races, the Native American, I guess they could be a race, too. And maybe they're from the Asians, I don't know. And also the black race. That's why we're so different from each other. We were created separately, man. That's what the hell's going on. It's just something they don't want to tell you, man. Religion will try to explain it away, but evolution will try to explain it away. We're probably all created separately. We're different, man. We just are different from each other. We're the same, kind of, but we were all engineered. And so you wonder why the shit's freaking all screwed up. Great melting pot don't work either, man. You know? Works better with different species of cats than it does with humans, for crying out loud.